Welcome back. My name is Alex. Thank you for joining me today. I am here with a requested video. Thank you for the feedback. A full-length class from one of my students. Thank you. Let's begin standing at the top of your mat, the top of your space. Take a few rounds of breath to soften the shoulders, to engage the lower belly slightly so that the tailbone isn't swaying. Lift the toes, spread them out, stand evenly on both feet, and pay attention to the way the breath feels as it enters through the nose and through the mouth. Just to get started, let's get some of that stale air out once more. Deep breath through the nose. Long exhale. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose as best as you can. And commit to your time on the mat by thinking of something you're grateful for. Okay, it popped up. Let's go. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Keep the shoulders relaxed. The hands are going to be shoulder width. I'm bending my elbows and allowing them to point forward so the hands are right over my shoulders. Lower the tailbone, soften the shoulders. On an inhale, gently unbend the arms, reach up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward, soften the knees. Keep the knees soft. Take any kind of movement you need to warm up. So ragdoll is popular. That would be separating your feet a comfortable distance and swaying, or I like to kind of bend and straighten all the way. All right, bring the toes and the heels back together. Relax your chest over the thighs, so don't be afraid to bend the knees. Press up to stand. Start building the lower belly in right away. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. This time, seal the palms. You can keep your elbows soft. Stay looking straight ahead. You're breathing through the nose. On an inhale, go to straighten the elbows. You can separate the hands at the top. One more sip of air. Bend the knees, swan dive forward. Let's keep those knees soft and step the right foot back to a lunge. So that's a big step to the back of your mat. Stay high on those toes. Left knee is over the ankle. On an inhale, lower the right knee down. Roll the shoulders back. Feel the right hip flexor. Press into the hands. Try to straighten both legs. They don't have to yet. Press it back to pyramid pose. I'm up on fingertips so I can get the most length. Shift the weight forward to a lunge. Leave the right knee lifted. Right hand down, left arm up, lunge twist. Fingers spread wide. Keep your hand in view and reach away. Look at the top thumbnail. Left hand back down to the mat. Press up to a forward fold. I highly encourage you to keep those knees soft so that the whole back can stretch. Press up to stand. Slowly start to pull the core in right away. Arms overhead. Seal the palms and then look up at your hands. A few sips of air through the nose as we lift and reach up. On an exhale, swan dive forward. Bend the knees. Left foot back to a lunge. Draw the lower belly in to really increase the stretch through the hip flexor. Right knee is over the right ankle. And then inhale, lower the left knee. You'll soften the left leg. Draw the shoulders back. Feel the left hip flexor. And then notice how these will progress over our time here together. Press back to mostly straight legs. You can lift onto fingertips. Shift your weight forward into a lunge. Left hand down, right arm up, lunge, twist. So don't worry too much about getting the arm way back there. Focus on spreading the shoulder blades, reaching up. Right hand down. Press up to the top of your mat. Let's hang here in this forward fold. The knees can still be soft. You might start to notice a deeper sensation. Bend the knees, round up to standing. Palms touch. Relax your shoulders down. Reconnect to the breath. On an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Seal the palms. Index finger releases, the others interlace. Look up at your hands. The neck can go back if yours is okay. We're reaching up, lifting up. One more lift. Swan dive forward all the way. Inhale, halfway lift. Roll the shoulder blades back, lower the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. One more inhale here. And from here, bend the knees, hands down. Plank pose. Step your feet back. Love plank, I think, sort of. Press the mat away. Press down through each finger pad and then press down through the palms again. Pull in the core. Take a breath. And then lower all the way down to the mat. Tops of the feet on the mat. Flex the toes so that the thighs engage. Tops of the feet are pressing down. Cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Use your middle upper back strength to lift up. Take a breath through the nose. Exhale, lower. Press up to a strong tabletop, or if you're ready, it can be plank. Press into the palms, downward facing dog. Move through the feet. Feet are about hip width distance, hands shoulder width, and check that the index fingers are straight ahead. Lift up onto the toes and place the nail bed side of one foot on the mat, rocking a little side to side to press and stretch the front of the foot. Don't let the weight sink into the heels of your palms. Switch sides. Move through the knuckles. You might try both. Press into the mat. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, bend the knees. Walk up to a forward fold. The knees can stay soft as you gently start to lengthen the backs of your legs. Press into both feet and come back up to stand. Arrive the present moment where you always are. On your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Seal the palms, index fingers out. Look up at your hands. If your neck hurts, you can squeeze the ears with your biceps as you start to look up. Otherwise, let the head go back and reach. The hips go forward half a centimeter. Lift up. Come through normal posture, forward fold, or let's say good posture, in case we aren't always standing straight, right? Inhale, halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. And from here, hands down, step it back. Plank pose. Press the mat away. The elbow creases are sort of rotating forward, starting with the hands, like you're opening jars in the opposite direction. Pull in the core, breathe. Know that once you've done this, you have already put in the effort and you are that much stronger. One more inhale. Lower to your knees if you need to. Lower down halfway for chaturanga. We're going so slow. We're getting stronger. Halfway lower, we're holding, and now we're done. Inhale, press through. Upward facing dog. Tops of the feet are on the mat. See, I'm not that mean. Lift the knees eventually. Roll the shoulders back. Don't sink into the backs of your hands, like the heels of your hands. One more inhale, lift the gaze. Long exhale back to downward facing dog. Find some stillness this time. Get yourself set up. And as we've been warming up, you are arriving to a place where you have a stronger body-mind connection. So trust what you're doing. Right foot steps up between the hands for a crescent lunge. So it's a big step to the top of the mat, just like your normal lunge, but try to keep the right knee bent as you lift your upper body up. Relax the shoulders back and down. And keep the back knee soft for now. We'll get a little bit more into that. Focus on getting the shoulders over the hips, and then let's lift the arms overhead, palms face each other. A soft bend in the elbows will help you to get deeper into this pose over time. So just take your time here, a couple breaths. On an inhale, straighten the arms, lift up your arms only, and forward so that you are framing the right foot with both hands. We are in a lunge. Inhale, lower the left knee, lift your gaze, shoulders back. Feel the right hip flexor. On an exhale, press back to pyramid pose, working towards straighter legs. Lunge, leave the back knee up, lunge twist, left hand down, open up to the right. Right hand down. Right foot back to plank. Press the mat away, pull in the core. Start to remember these cues you have to tell yourself over and over, or that's what I'm here for, so you can keep watching this video, right? Press the mat away. Exhale to downward facing dog. Separate the feet to hip width. Press through the front parts of your hands. Lift up onto your toes, tuck the chin, and ripple forward into upward facing dog. Keep the knees soft, lift the chin, keep the teeth closed. You'll feel a stretch in the front of the neck. And then keep the chin out. Arch the lower back a little bit as you press back into downward facing dog. Tuck the chin at the end, and then let the head and neck go. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, or just lift onto your toes and ripple through. Keep the weight distributed evenly through both hands. Save the chin for last. Lift. And then press it back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps up between the hands. Crescent lunge. Allow yourself to establish your front leg, because that's going to try to stay as the same as possible. Back knee can be soft. As we open up the hips, we will get more into that, but let's start here with some strength to support the flexibility, and vice versa. So keep the elbows bent. If you want to straighten them, go ahead, but this will be gentler on the shoulders, and I'm finding it to be more effective, and you can feel the progress even during one class. Now, on an inhale, unbend the elbows, lift, reach up, and float the hands forward and down to frame the left foot in a lunge. As the hips open up, remind yourself to pull the lower belly in as you lower the back knee, shoulders back. Long exhale back. Try to straighten both legs. Lunge. Back knee stays up. Lunge twist. Right hand down. Left arm opens up. Left hand down. We are back to plank pose. Press the mat away. It's just a few breaths, few seconds, then they all add up. Slow down the breath. Press the mat away. Downward dog. Upward facing dog. Lift onto the toes first. Tuck the chin as you ripple through. Excuse me. Upward dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Look between the hands. Walk, float, hop up to the top of your mat. Separate your feet about mat width for a squat. Heels in, toes out. Malasana. Bring the palms to touch. Try to keep the feet flat. If you're not there yet, you're not there yet. You can use a blanket or just balance like on a block or something. You can sit on one. Seal the palms. Feel the sensations build all around the hip flexors. Soften the breath, shoulders away from the ears. Hands to the mat in front of you. Bring your toes and heels back to touch. Soften over your legs. Bend the knees, pull in the lower belly core as you round up to stand. Arrive. Start to find your good posture right away. Bringing yourself to the present moment, focusing on your breath. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Separate your feet about mat width or hip. Yeah, that'd be kind of big. So your ankles are underneath your wrists. Leave your left foot pointing forward or parallel to the short edge of the mat. Right toes turn out. Bend into the right knee. We're in Warrior 2. Wiggle the left edge of the left foot down. Shoulders relax. Fingers are sealed. Bring the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the right glute. That's how you're keeping the knee open. Breathe. All right, we're going to do one warrior pump. Slowly straighten the right leg. Press through the gas pedal part of your right foot as you bring your arms overhead. Straighten the right leg. Inhale. Sit back down. Float the arms wide and back. Maybe the left arm back a little bit more. Wiggle the left edge or the left edge of your left foot down. Straighten the right leg. Right toes point forward. Left toes turn out. Bend the left knee. Warrior 2, left side. So take all the same time to establish your chest, your shoulders over the hips. Arms are side to side. Press down through the left foot. Squeeze the left glute and then open up the chest. One slow pumping warrior. Inhale, press the left foot down, arms reach overhead, palms touch. Inhale, press the front of your left foot down. And exhale, slowly return to warrior two. Ground down through the right edge of the right foot. Relax the shoulders and draw the right arm back a little extra. Straighten your left leg, turn the toes in. Step two, the top of your mat. Bring your toes and your heels to touch. Utkatasana, awkward pose. Bend the knees, sit back. Make sure you can wiggle the toes and reach the fingertips away from the tailbone. Palms are facing each other, shoulder width apart. Keep the neck comfortable. One more, lengthen with the arms. Palms touch, stand up. Minimize extra movement, focus on the breath. Inhale, arms overhead. Seal the palms, index fingers out, back bend. Lift up, seal the pinky edges of your hands and look at the ceiling. Lift up, just reaching for the ceiling. You're doing it. Purposely holding it a little bit longer to hold, but not much. Reach up to release, forward fold. Knees soft, or as we stretch, you can start to open up the backs of the legs. It feels so much better that way, I think. Inhale, halfway lift, roll the shoulder blades back. From here, hands down, plank pose. Be here, press the mat away, pull in the lower belly, press the mat again, soften the elbows. See if that helps you to really feel like you're pushing. We're going to vinyasa back to downward dog. Lower the knees if you need to. We're going to lower down halfway, elbows in close. Upward facing dog, slowing down makes you stronger. Lift the knees, press the chest up and forward, shoulders down. Downward facing dog. The knees will lift eventually. In up dog. Press the mat away, press the heels down. Step the right foot up for warrior one. Do your best to, let's train track the feet a little bit so the heels are not on a tightrope. Try to keep the back foot flat, and we're going to work our left hip forward. Shoulders stay over the hips, arms are overhead, and I'm going to keep my elbows soft because I know that this is helping me to get to where I want to go eventually without all of the shoulder stress. Be in the moment. Notice the breath as it goes through the nose and back out. On an inhale, straighten the elbows, reach the hands up, and open the arms up. Interlace your hands behind the back. Roll the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your gaze. Come forward, let the hands float away from the torso. You are going to bring the right hand to the right thigh, or you can go more and be inside, but don't throw the hips all the way to the right just to get there. Relax the breath. Relax your wrists if they're cranking one way. Release the hands. Drag your fingertips along the mat. Leave your legs there. Warrior one. We're back up. I'm going to soften the elbows, but press down more through the legs to work the left hip forward. inhale, straighten the arms, press the feet down, lift the gaze. And sweep your hands forward and down. Let them land inside of the right foot. So this will feel awkward. It's supposed to. You might use a block. Keep the left edge of the left foot down and separate your feet widthwise to make this more available. And that will also allow you to pull the right hip back, the left one forward. Lengthen the crown of the head away from your tailbone. For the next couple of breaths, if you are able to, lift the right hand and just place it on your right heel. You can maybe try holding both. I'm not quite there yet. I like a little bit at a time because we're going to do this forever, right? That's my plan. All right. Bring your hands inside of the right foot and lift the back heel. We're going into a lizard lunge. However, I encourage you to stay propped up so you can appreciate these initial stretches. They're more subtle. And if you want to add on, lower the chin, pull the lower belly in. We're here for a few rounds of breath. We will release. Heel toe the right foot to between the hands and lift the back knee. So we are in a lunge. Establish your feet, pull the lower belly in, crescent lunge. Stay lower now. Work to push the back leg straight, the arms reaching overhead. Relax the shoulders. One more reach. Hands float down to frame the right foot in a lunge. Inhale, lower the left knee, shoulders back. Long exhale, pyramid pose. Lunge. Lunge twist, left hand down, right arm reaches up. Right hand down, plank pose. Let's press the mat away and feel the release of the right hip kind of smooth or melt away as the body redirects to strength and pressing the mat down, puffing up slightly through the shoulder blades, relaxing your temples, your jaw, your thoughts. Downward facing dog, press it back. Scan the right side, compare it to the left. And then lift up onto your toes, tuck the chin, upward facing dog. Finish your inhale and long exhale back to downward dog. Left foot steps up, warrior one. Back foot is flat, left heel's a little bit closer to the back edge of the mat than the toes are of that foot. Relax your shoulders, keep the torso straight as you bend into the left knee and lift your arms overhead, working to bring the right hip forward. And I'm going to keep my arms soft. The elbows bending forward with the hands coming back over my shoulders. On an inhale, reach the arms straight, press the legs down, and then sweep the arms open and around, interlace your fingers the unusual way. Roll the shoulders back, lift the gaze, And release forward over the front leg. Try to keep your legs where they are so the shoulder is to the top of the knee or inside. Relax the wrists. Work the right edge of your right foot down. And breathe. Release just the hands. Press into both feet, bring the fingertips and sweep to the top of your mat. Start to ground the right edge of the right foot down, right hip forward. We are back up in Warrior One. Relax your shoulders. Feel more confidence in the legs. On an inhale, press the feet down, straighten the elbows, reach. And forward and down. You can scoot the left foot out a little bit. We are in this awkward kind of lizard warrior one variation. Fingertips or props to help you to lift up and work on bringing the right hip forward, drawing your left hip back. And if you did on the other side, you're going to take the left hand and just place it by the left heel. But keep everything else where it is. Okay, release the left hand from the heel. Lift up onto the toes of your back foot. Bring things back in for lizard. Stay propped up. And to add on, you're going to press the pelvis forward and lower the chin. Breathe here. Figure out how you can feel more without having to make a big show of it. I'm kidding, but without having to really go deeper. I can hold here, or I can pull in the core a little bit and feel a lot more. Same with lowering the chin. Let's release. Toe heel the right foot or the left foot to in between the hands. Tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Get your feet established. Crescent lunge. Strong front leg, arms overhead. Let's unbend the elbows high on the toes of the back foot, not stretching the Achilles. Press the back thigh toward the ceiling, shoulders down again. Press and then reach up with just the hands. Float your hands down to frame the left foot. Inhale, lower the right knee, pull the core in, shoulders back. Long exhale back to pyramid pose. Lunge, lunge twist, right hand down. Open up the left hand back down. Plank. Now feel the left leg start to melt away its tension that we purposely applied because we know it's taking us to sanity and just feeling better. Press them out away. Downward dog. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Look between the hands, walk or hop forward. Enjoy a forward fold. You can keep the knees soft and then slowly open them up, or just linger here, appreciate the new space in the body. Bend the knees. Keep the chest on your thighs. Bring your palms to touch overhead. Biceps are right by or maybe touching the ears. Press through the feet. Stand up. Keep the arms up. Your arms are still up. Seal the pinky edges of the hands. Our arms are still up. Draw the lower belly in. On an exhale, seal the palms and lower your hands down to heart center. Appreciate your breath. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Seal the palms, lift up and out of the waist, either to reach up or find your back bend. Lift up through normal standing, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades back. From here, plank pose. Let's add on a side plank. Left hand stays down, roll onto the right foot and open up. No, left hand down, roll into your left foot. Press down through your left hand, right arm reaches to the top of the mat. You've got a side body stretch. Plank. Feel the shifts in the body. Right side, right hand down, side plank. Left arm opens up. Press into your left, oh my gosh, right hand. And feel that extra stretch in the side body, extra lift from underneath. And plank pose. Feel the body know where to automatically, what muscles need to engage to get you here. Let's lower all the way down to the mat. Press up to an upward facing dog, but I want you to kind of just get there how you get there. Weight is distributed evenly through both hands. Soften the elbows so you can press down through the tips of the fingers and rotate the elbow creases forward, not all the way, just enough. Press the shoulders away. Leave the knees down. Lean onto your left hip. Look over the right shoulder for the right back corner of your mat. Switch sides. Feel that all the way along the side of the obliques. Come back to center. Let's tuck the toes, lift the gaze. Downward facing dog, press it back. Lift the right leg back and up. Point the right toes, squeeze the right glute, press extra into the front of the right hand to level the shoulders. One more reach. Bring the knee into the nose in a plank pose and press the mat away to round out the upper back. And again, reach the right leg back and up. Press into the right hand, just extra to keep the right shoulder down. Left heel down, reach. Pigeon, right side. Right knee behind the right wrist. Do your best to square your hips to the top of the mat. Roll the shoulders down. And lengthen out over the leg. Soften. You can rest on a prop or a blanket. But absolutely monitor your thoughts and manage them. Just bring it back to the breath. Don't judge what you were thinking about. Is there any tension you can smooth out that might have snuck in there? Lengthen the breath. We're going to start to release. Press into the hands. Take a moment to sit up. You can use props or just fingertips. Relax the shoulders down as best as you can. Press into the hands. Let's come back to a lunge. So carefully bring the right foot between the hands. Tuck the left toes. The knee is up. Engage the core. Strong through the legs. Float up to your crescent lunge. Arms are trying to be straight this time. Left back of the leg is pushing up. Strong legs reach. Float the hands down to frame the right foot. Inhale, lower the left knee, shoulders back. Long exhale, pyramid pose. Lunge, lunge, twist. Left arm down, right hand up. Right hand down, plank pose. Feel everything come back. Feel the release in the right side of the body. Feel whatever you feel, not just what I'm saying. These are just guidelines. Press the mat away. Take a good breath. On an exhale, we're back to downward facing dog. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Left leg backing up, point the left toes, squeeze the left glute, and press the left hand down to keep the shoulders level. One more reach. Nose to knee, move up to your plank and press the palms down so that the upper back rounds. And left leg backing up. Again, open up the hip. Press the chest toward the thighs. Press the right heel down. Squeeze your left glute. Pigeon. Left side, left knee behind your left wrist. Get yourself set up with any props or anything you might need. One would be make a pillow under your left hip and also under your forehead. Take a couple of breaths to arrive and then forward, relax. Monitor your thoughts. If that's a struggle, just let it go as best as you can and bring it back to this inhale. Think about the air as you feel it on the tip of the nose, and the core expands, the torso opens up. And then the exhale just kind of happens. And you can also encourage a length at the end. Let's Iron out any of the tension that may have gotten in there. Shoulders relax, forehead and thoughts are calm. Let's start to release out, pressing into the palms. Let's attempt a couple of breaths sitting up. Press into the hands so you can return to a lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, pull in the core now, and strongly stand just the upper body up. Straighten the elbows, press the right leg straight, relax the shoulders, and then reach up again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float your hands down to frame the left foot. Inhale, lower the right knee, lift your gaze. Press it back, pyramid pose, long exhale. Lunge, lunge twist, right hand stays down, open up to the left. Left hand back down, plank pose. We are almost there. Stay connected to the breath. Stay committed to the time you've put into the time you will enjoy after doing this work, whether you're aware of it or not. Downward dog. Upward facing dog, ripple through. Let's stay here. Untuck the toes, keep the knees soft, and roll onto your left hip. Look over the right shoulder. And switch sides. Back to center. One more lift through the whole front body. And press it back to child's pose. Keep the knees close together. So we will round out the lower back. Press the mat away from you to round the spine. And then release your arms by your sides, palms up, letting the shoulders shrug so that the shoulder blades are opening. Feel the breath. Expand the chest and press onto your thighs. Hands to the mat. Press yourself up. And we're going to sit between our feet. So knees together, feet apart. And this might be too much. If that hurts, you can sit on a block. You can also, you're just going to start here. I promise it's good for you. And over time, you'll be able to sit down. And I should scoot. To add on even more, you're going to come back onto your forearms, but you are not lifting your shins off the mat. The knees are staying down. We are stretching out the quads. Press into the hands, sit up, hands on the mat in front of you. Downward dog, move the legs around to get the blood flowing back through them. Lower down to the mat. Sit down, bring your legs out in front of you. Sit up tall. Bend the right knee, cross it over the left. The left leg can stay straight, or You can bend the bottom knee, but put the right heel at the knee of your left foot. It'll give you more of a triangle to sit on. Inhale, sit up. Right hand behind you, left arm up. And in front of your right knee, press down into the right hand. We are twisting. Pull the right shoulder back and breathe against the constriction. Release into a counter twist. Just kind of do a little push up over here. The right sit bone can lift. Sit up. Hold on to the bottom of your right foot and kick into the hands. If this is too much, use a strap or you can skip it. Lower the right foot down. Lengthen out both legs. Press into the palms. Sit up straight. You can soften the knees if you need to. And stay lifted. Bend the left knee. Cross it over the right. Decide if you can stay here or need to, or if you are able to bend the bottom knee, walk the left heel to the right knee. Most people hug it in too close. This is just different. Shoulders down. Left hand is your kickstand. Reach up with your right hand and bring it in front of the left leg to use that leverage to twist to the left. Bringing the left shoulder blade back. Don't worry too much about the head and the neck. But do breathe. Release for that counter stretch. Hands on the mat over to the right. We will sit back up. A hamstring stretch for one leg. Kick into the hands. And release. Left foot in, right foot out. Side body stretch. Left arm up and over. Relax your temples. Think about the breath. Let's sit up and switch the feet out. If this hurts your knees, just do a short straddle or just sit comfortably and stretch the sides. Right arm up and over. Think about the breath. Think about gratitude for the time you've taken for yourself. And lift back up. Sit comfortably. Relax the shoulders down. Move the head and the neck around, whatever you need. Just arrive, chakras aligned. That means the spine is up. You are sitting straight. On an inhale, reach your arms wide and overhead. Palms touch. Let's shift the gaze up. Sip in a little bit more air. Inhale. Long exhale. Lower your hands down. Third eye, because you know you can trust your intuition. Hands to heart center for gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. Please let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe and like. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.